excite me to present these things. I think when I presented last time, the focus was only on the your website and SEO, but very soon I found that the SEO is not only about like going to the website, optimize it, but SEO is also more about creating content, which is quite useful. And the problem currently in the market is like everyone want to create content, right? There's a lot of competition on the content, and there is no structured way like how to organize your website, your social media post, your email marketing. There's no guaranteed method that work, or at least there is no framework which works for everyone. And I was still even if making a SEO tool, still I was struggling like how to provide a common uniform, every kind of architecture or framework where everyone can put their website in a structured way. And that's also good for the Google to understand this website and to bring it their content and more engagement. Also, what has happened after COVID is most of these paid ad budgets has gone. So not many companies, even SMB, small businesses, they don't have much money to put on the paid ad. So effectively, the ratio, which was like very high in the before COVID, is coming down. Mostly in Europe, they're only 20% paid ad versus the organic search. So that's quite a trend, and because of this economic uncertainty, it's becoming more and more important that your content automation, content creation process is working, and social media channel, your website, and everything should sync together, right? To get the right results. So therefore, I started bit more extending my tool into the area of how to identify your like content need, like what kind of content you can create, and how to systematically create this content so that if you have team of 2 people or 1 people or let's say 10 people, you have a full control on this content creation process. So how to market message, how to create headlines, how to create your sales letter, how to create your case studies, landing page, opt-in pages. So it must be consistent. Otherwise, if you hire content writer, if they don't understand your business, then they are targeting different kind of buyer personas. They are giving different kind of messages through their blogs. So that was the reason which sort of forced me to extend my tool beyond SEO, and also to look into like how to identify your ideal customer profile, how to structure this content. So maybe I can take some screen space and then maybe help there to guide you. Yes, yes. Hope you can see my screen, right? Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a slide, right? That's what you see. Indeed. Okay. So idea is to help online businesses, sort of marketers, copywriters to identify ideal customers and how to actually differentiate from the competition, because whole market is very competitive in when you want to create content which is useful. So how to identify those kind of topics, keywords where you can actually differentiate from yourself, and then using behind data science, machine learning. That was the main goal. And as I said, I think this one was I wanted to show this slide. In research from the social bakers, their kind of research platform, and you can see that from the beginning, like in the January, there was a high percentage of in the 25% or more than 25%. There was a trend of having paid ad versus organic search, and now this is declining. It's like trend is declining. So less and less businesses in Europe or in America are having money to invest in the paid ad. So that's where I think it's important that even it's a small or big businesses, they need to really focus on the content creation process.
So
And
and that so understand that companies
spend less money on ads online, but it's not such a big decrease, or it looks like slightly the same, or is it really a big difference in money?
I think this is trend, but if you see really see the cost per click, so that's important, right? So the trend is kind of slowly, it's a slow decrease, not a drastic decrease. But if you see the cost per click, it is almost reduced by 50%. So when you are paying, let's say, 62 cents for paid ad in average, on average, now you're paying only 20 cent. So the cost has decreased. Even despite the decrease in the cost, that means popularity of the paid ad has decreased, right? And even at the decreased cost, people are not opting for the paid ad because it's still at cost. If you want to create an ad budget for your company, for your organization, it is still cost a lot. And that's the reason, like, more and more people are opting for the organic content. And it's not only website, actually, it's more about combining together your social media content, combining together your LinkedIn, and how to smartly combine your outbound prospecting and inbound prospecting. And a lot of automations are happening, a lot of tools came out. I think they were there, but also more and more tools are coming in the market for example, how to generate leads organically from LinkedIn, like how to create more engagement. So it's more about using LinkedIn or Facebook. It depends on the business. Like B2B are more on the LinkedIn, but also some small, like medium companies, small individual, like freelancer, they're also on the Facebook, Instagram. So a lot of people are also generating, especially services, coachings. They are more on the Facebook, and more like a bit more mature tools or software. They are more on the LinkedIn. There's not much big difference, but I think it depends on region to region, country to country. But also both the LinkedIn and Facebook are important platform. And therefore it's important that you have a systematic approach, like how to organize your website, how to create your content, and how to link everything together with social media. So to start with, maybe I can um, I can jump into the tool, and maybe it explain what it is. So first section is like really about market research. So how you identify your ideal buyer persona, how you go through the search data, because there's a lot of search data. Is when you type on the Google something like a keyword, you get a lot of search results. But how to grab this data and analyze this data, and then extract more meaningful information from this data, so that you can cover most of the content that your competitors are covering, right? The idea is, like, you should not leave any content gap in order to come to the first position. So currently, if you are targeting something, a topic, or to an buyer persona, they are in, that's your market. In that market, I think when they search something, you should be on the top of the search result. And that is achieved not only via your website, but also systematically creating content using social media posts. And so this tool help you to organize your whole market research at one place. So it's about market research, then how you will differentiate from your competitors, how you model the topics on your website, how you automate content. So there are different ways, there are predefined templates for writing content, from emails to sales letter to landing pages. And also, if you have existing content, you can take that content and rewrite that content. So it's not like duplicating the content, but rewrite that content in a way which suit your business terminology. So behind the scene, it takes all the business terms from your website, and when you have existing content, you can rewrite that content, still using your own business terminology. um, and then search engine optimization. So earlier when I came to IMN in January, I was focusing more on the search engine optimization. So that was focus. But now I have added a content automation part into it, topic modeling part into it, how to differentiate from competitor, and the market research part of it. So this tool is getting like more covering the content marketing automation. And in the next step, what we are trying to do is I'm planning to do a lot of other integrations with the different CRMs, so that we are in the market with kind of end-to-end suite or solution where a company can really benefit from step one to end step. So it might be very difficult for me to cover like whole aspect, but maybe some of the new features that I added, I'll try to show some of them. So anything that you want to start, like for example, when you want to write a content, the first thing that should be in your mind is like, what is my main topic of interest, which is to my ideal buyer persona. And let's say um, for I am in Amsterdam, business networking, right? Business networking is the main topic of interest. Everyone is interested in how to do the business networking, online networking. So I'm just taking one example. So if I want to go deeper into it, I want to do the research, like how main topics related to business networking are trending in the searches. Then you find like related trending topics. So business networking groups, international business networking, business networking events, business networking sites, business networking apps. These are how people are searching around us. Like they are constantly typing these kind of words. But what gives us more insights, like we can go to do more like semantic and psychographic analysis on this. So if suppose I am interested in what is business networking ideas, what is business networking uh, questions that are people are asking, what kind of suspicion people are raising on business networking, what kind of benefits business networking had, what kind of fear people are expressing, what kind of business networking dreams of people, desires, top 10 networking platform. So it goes into the search and try to give you the content ideas. So it build up your and research. It goes to video search, like YouTube search, Google YouTube videos, YouTube trends, podcast, different types of social media pages, be it LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. It try to understand from the news different types of topic that are coming from the Quora or other question answer sites. So what you can do here, you can really deep dive into your ideal topic that you want to target, and you can collect a lot of information from here in systematic way, right? So once you understand like, okay, this is what my topic is, that's where I'm trying to target people, you can further deep dive and understand like what type of search intent questions people are asking on the business networking. So let's say I put business networking, and you will see this kind of visualizations. So these are basically business networking is the main topic. And now what kind of questions that people are asking in the Google. So why business networking is important? Why do business networking? Or for example, what are business networking organization, events, group? So these are sort of, how, where, who, why, which, what type of questions. Then there are comparisons that you can do. For example, here, um, business networking or business networking and social networking. What is difference between social networking and business networking? The main idea here is like you start with one main keyword and you start expanding your content ideas, like coverage of the topic, like how people are searching, how they are interacting with the search, and how you can, if you are building one blog post, then you can smartly cover these topics. You don't need to be expert on this, but you have some kind of understanding like how people are searching and how Google is understanding this content which people are searching. And Google pay more attention on like this kind of uh, understanding your buyer persona's problem, pain point. And it's not like a research topic when you write blog or social media posts. It's something that people get instant answers to their question, and this helps you to understand like what kind of question people are asking. So this goes into quite detail. And then of course you can divide the intent. So on your website, people are looking for information content. So what is business networking, how does business networking work, How do I do business networking? For people who are already aware about your website, for example, I am in Amsterdam, they might be looking for affordable business networking clubs or affordable top three business networking events in Amsterdam, for example. So they have more like a transaction intent. And for people who are comparing between two different events or two different clubs, they will be definitely compare business networking from X to Y, something like that. So this gives you like in-depth sort of starting point to deep dive into what kind of content you want to start. And once you start understanding like who is your target audience, who is your buyer persona, you try to build like some kind of authority structure on your website. So you would systematically define what is your niche market, what is the current environment and trends, what kind of promise you're making, what kind of activities and unique insights that you have from your tools or services, right? What are different option A and option B means you have your option and what is the option B in the market. So this builds on like if you fill on the content here, like some questions are asked, you fill all the details here, they're all mapped to different content scripts. So you start filling up the detail, then you can automatically create a lot of emails, social media posts, landing pages. I have a big sort of behind the scene database of different scripts, and those scripts once they are filled they are tied up together. It's just I'm showing the backend, it's not even backend, it's just like a Excel part of it, but it really tie together some kind of authority structure. So for example, if I want to create a website for I am in Amsterdam or maybe for service or any other kind of software tool, I will have a home page. Home page will have a structure like the product hook. What do the product do? What is lead magnet? Is there a CTA on this demo or booking page? Like I will have a dedicated how it works section, then how I will organize how it works sections into features and benefit. So when I'm writing how it works, I will write feature one of my service, feature two of my service, feature three of my service. What are the pain point questions of this feature one? What are the benefits, pros and cons? And what are the testimonials or the case studies, proof point? So similarly, you can sort of give a structure to your website, who it is for. So different customer avatars. So if suppose my tool can be used for a daily user or a manager or a HR person, a tool can be multi people can be there can be more people who might be using this. So who it is for, always either it's a service website or it's a software website, it should have a pricing plans, right? Why us, origin story, who is the founder behind it, what is their personal story. There should be a blog content. You can ask me like why we should need a blog, but I think it's important to have a blog content on your website, both for your users but also for your Google ranking. And also you need to identify in your content and resources like how to organize my content so that people like you divide your traffic into three categories. Hot traffic is people really know about I am in Amsterdam, for example, they know what they are, so you are serving them different kind of content. People who are more warm, so they don't know exactly but they are actively looking into business networking, right? So they are warm traffic, you will serve different kind of content to them. People who are cold, so they don't know even there is a business networking can help them, so you need to educate them to do the business networking, right? So that's why it is important that we create content which can fill these different sections on the website. And when someone come, we depending on their curiosity hook, they can go into different sources. So any kind of software solution, I'm doing this picture more for B2B SaaS structure. So it should have like integrations with other tools. There should be resources sections. Resources section is again divide with the traffic, which is problem unaware. So I said cold people. Then for them, you will have webinar sections, ultimate guides, their problem pain point, symptom identification list. Then people who are with problem aware, you will have them for templates, quizzes, calculators, a scorecard. Then people who are really solution aware, they know that there is an IM in Amsterdam that can help them to network in the business. So uh, obviously this is more in a B2B software example, but definitely you will have some more kind of tools there which will help them to understand the benefit of I am in Amsterdam, right? So this, once you sort of fill in this whole thing, so if let me go into one part. So if I'm trying to fill niche, then in order to identify my niche, I need to define my niche. I need to identify demographics, semantics. It goes into detail. It has also like all explanation why we need this. And if suppose I want to go to niche, it is a pre-populated example. So it asks some question and you just fill in these examples. So it just, there is, everything is pre-populated there. You just need to change some of the parameters for your business. And it try to extract as much as information from your website, from the research that you did before, and you just need to change some parameters, but you start building your sort of whole content around it. Like you fill in some questions, and you, maybe it's a difficult part initially that you need to organize everything together, research part, but it really is worth, because later on you can automate it many content script. So here later there's a content automation section where you can go and you can select different types of scripts. So there are, for example, advertising scripts, title scripts, different kind of sales copy script, email script, Facebook ad script, post script. So there are many scripts. Like we have more than 200 scripts we are currently integrated. To show you an example of scripts, like for example, this is already a created script. So how does it work? Like you will you will you will get these details already. Most of them are like 80 to 90%. They are mapped from the research that we did initially. So they are automatically populating. You again review it, your questions, and you sort of do the build button. So you press the button and you are getting an automatically created version of the copy that you can easily copy paste on your blog post, on your content. So that way you can create many different types of copies, email copies, sales copies, and different copies. And you can we are also integrating language component. So you can create multiple versions of the copy in English, but also you can create it in Dutch, you can create in German, other components. It's like using a translation API. You can create multiple versions also in the different languages. I think some part, but let me. So this, for example, if I go to my homepage, all of these scripts that I have created is using the tool, so a script tool behind it. So like whole landing page, it will give you like a text out of it. Of course, it do not give the final pictures and template, but you get most of the text out of it, which you can just copy paste and insert some pictures. And this is very powerful because it try to these scripts are trying to capture the neurolinguistic pattern. So they have a specific formula. So to give you one example, like in one of the script you have uh, a formula which is called pass. So you say, okay, what is the problem? You identify the problem, your prospect, then you agitate that problem more. So you say, okay, if this is the problem, like business networking is a problem, right? It's not, it's hard, it's difficult to get a networking with like-minded people. It's very hard, difficult. And if you don't do this business networking properly, you will run into several other problems. So you agitate that problem more. And finally, then you present your solution. So here is the solution with I am in Amsterdam with XYZ benefit. And then you ask them like a call to action. This is one example. We have more than like 45 different examples of this kind of formula. I call them neuro-linguistic pattern. And then based on your inputs, they combine, and you have landing pages and different types of scripts that are created. Even different social media scripts that are also created and that can be integrated with other tools. So that way, I think is interesting to see how it works. Um, so these are sort of very important additions in the tool, identifying like creating this automation. Also, for example, if I have existing content, I can rewrite that content using this content rewriter. So for example, I have a piece of content here. Let's say uh, I know that this content is a social media post. It is on LinkedIn. If I want to rewrite this content, I will just go here, set some accuracy level. So accuracy 1 means not much variation will happen in this content. Accuracy 2, 3, 4, you can, so more more one is like more further from one, then more variations you can create. And I also have a domain specific terminology behind, so it contains the domain, like our domain is digital marketing, so it has a domain specific terminology. And when you want to build it, you can create another version of this content which is completely sort of rewritten, but you also get a score like how much this content is different from this recreated content. So that's a fast way to recreate existing content, rewrite in a different way, and insert your domain specific terms there. So I started with this content and I build it. This content is semantically similar 84%, but let's say if I make more variations, I can create more variations to it. Then this content will become more closer to the original content. It also identify what are common words, uncommon words. It has no ideas that any kind of sales page, it should also include emotional words. So for this content, it wasn't that, but ideas how power words, emotional words that are used in your content. And you can optimize a copy for more emotional word, more power word. You can also feed into the tool your own user specific terminology, domain specific terminology. So what happened, for example, one of my feature is topic modeling, right? uh, if I do rewrite it, maybe the algorithm will rewrite its subject modeling. Topic is translated to subject or rewritten as subject. But when I put my domain specific glossary or terminology inside the tool, then it always remember that it's a topic modeling, not subject model. Or when Amazon, it should be always used as Amazon and not something else. So that's why the topic or domain specific terminology was important. So this content rewriting part is there. Then there is like you can summarize most of the text that you see. You can provide a URL, or you can provide a copy of the text. You can summarize the text, read or make the summarized copy useful for your social media post. Then this is under beta stage, but here idea is that you will be able to develop whole your blog post. So when you're writing your blog post, you will start with headlines, you will add some opening text. Then once you press the button, it will go through all the 20-30 content which exist on the Google. It try to give you summary of those content, and also it will help you to add the relevant content and rephrased into into your own domain specific terminology. So then you can go through 20 content and you can start building your own blog, uniquely drawing idea from those different content, and also not duplicating them, but rewriting in a way where your domain specific terms are also used. So that way I think it will be very very useful to automate some of the content processes that are in the market. I think I have seen you have seen before SEO. I think Sushil as well seen SEO, but these were the new additions that we did. This whole content automation part using the scripts and summarizers and like sort of creating this AI content writer. And of course, we were using topic clusters, but we optimized this feature more. So how to identify different topics on your website, how to differentiate from competitor. We added more competitor factors into it. All this market research we added new. So now what our main goal is, we capture all the information at one place and then try to automatically create as much as different types of scripts as possible, and also rewrite them into different versions so you can do the A/B test of your landing pages. So that's the whole idea. Currently I'm working with few beta customers. In the June, July, August, I started working with for 3 or 4 beta customers to really provide them results and get them, output from them. And now we got actual feedback from these people, working with them, and I now started like incorporating those feedback. So I'm almost near and done with most of the development work. And now this tool is out for some sort of kind of special offer. So I'm offering to sort of IMN members a special offer of kind of 297 for the whole year. So our club member just can pay 297 and they can have the tool for whole year. But if you wish, I can add some more discount on it, or some more help to our club members. So maybe this message we can share with our club members, and this for whole year. And there is a money back guarantee. So we edit. I don't have free trial because I know that these free trials doesn't work. Because why it doesn't work? Because in my tool I need to really educate and explain them like where they need to do things. If I just leave them open, they won't be able to discover the real benefit of this. And that's why I have designed a personal onboarding process where I'll onboard them, give them hand holding for some time, for 1 week, 2 week. And if doesn't work, I'm happy to return their $297 back to them. So this is my offer to our club members. Maybe we can reach out to more people or provide this message. But I think I'm very sure that this will add tremendous value in how they currently set up their content, and how after using this in 2 3 months they can scale their content. So
Right.
that was from me. Questions, or if you have some interesting ideas to add, please let me know.
Yes, it's perfect. Harish, because by the end of the year, I will move the IMN Amsterdam website to another provider and redesign the website. So I am absolutely sure I come back to you about this. Yes, because we really want to have the International Millionaires Network on number one. Yes, we really
Mhm.
want to do that. And like you showed in your presentation, it's very important to get the right structure for your website.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that I have recorded this meeting so I can look it up later again and use this information as well to give the new website the right structure.
Yeah.
And with your tool, you say it's 297 euros a year.
Yes,
I
for I'm running a special offer because for now this is just kind of one time special offer, but I have different plans. And in future it will be more like a monthly subscription, so I can show you different plans. But I'm
Yeah.
just making a special startup kind of early bird offer.
Okay.
Once we get the real economics are more like it's a 240 monthly. Then the advanced plan, which is 370 monthly, and there's a pro plan. In the pro plan, it comes with the full support package, working together with you. It's like service component is also added.
Okay,
And
that it would be like I don't understand the tool, but I ask you my questions and you give advice on what to do. Is that what can I understand like that way?
indeed. So
Okay.
this is for the letter for the people, but for IMN people, I want to give a special offer. I'm running this special offer for like in the beginning first, let's say 100 customers, and this is 297 for the whole year. And that include like initial onboarding, hand holding, and how to use this tool. So
Oh, cool.
that's my proposal.
Yes, that's a really great offer, and because since we have it recorded now, and at this moment, a lot of people may have watched the Dutch Prime Minister about the new COVID rules. They will like to see the recording afterwards. I'm sure they will share this.
Mhm.
And yes, it's wonderful to have you here again, and that you shared also your beautiful tool you have with about every analysis I believe you need on, or I even cannot think about any other analyze you would need than this
Yeah,
on your website to have a complete overview on what is good. This is your Facebook group?
yeah. So I also created a group, and
Yes.
we're adding members to it, and I create a lot of value content there, but also sort of educational material, how to use tool, how to learn from each other's members. So I will send. I'll invite you, or I will please join this group and invite other people so that they can benefit from a lot of
Yes.
valuable content that.
Great. Yes, please share as well as much with our community as you can on in the online environment as well in the WhatsApp group. That people join your Facebook group because this is the first step to to get all the actual information. Yes,
I think
yes, that's me.
I already invited, so I already invite.
Okay, okay. I have to
and,
find out where you are. Great.
and I
And
can make you admin, so then you can also invite other people from your group.
absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Harish.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a question at this moment to Harish?
Arthur,
Do you
uh,
do you have uh, um, already work with websites and could you show some results according to the before and after you were working with them?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
mm,
I have case studies. I'm working one with lean case in Germany,
mhm.
and I can show like what was the situation before we started, what was situation after we started. There's another AI platform in Rotterdam. There's like mood detection based AI technology. They didn't had much. Their website was also not there, so I helped them create funnel from the very beginning. So now they are making able to book at least 10 appointments purely organic without any paid ad from this funnel that I created for them. And for the lean case, a company which is more creating helping business plan, they have software for business plan. So this is Wiesbaden based company, and for that I'm working already 4 months, and they were able to sort of generate more inbound leads using this. Last I had spoke to the customer every week we have meeting, and he said 5 new leads or 5 new customers he could go just because of the new uh, social media content that we created 2 weeks ago. So I think
I see.
is getting result. I'm trying to put them together into case studies, make these case
Yes.
studies more better. So definitely this is possible to show like the case studies before and after statement.
Yes. I mean also what's in it for me, so to say. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's not only that it's very convenient to have your content optimized, but
Yeah,
also um, how can you make money with it, and uh, how does the value how is the value creation measurable?
indeed, indeed. I've sort of there are a lot of like funnels or content ideas, pre-recorded sort of structure where I explain it like what is in for you, what are different. So there's a lot of material on my website which really
Okay.
gives you detailed insight. Like also you said like case studies, like we our own case study, or the case study of other people. They're also there on the website. So there's a lot of information, and if you need the specific, I can definitely provide you more information.
Amazing.
Perfect.
And how do you work? Are you working for per hour, or are you working um, on project basis? How do you work?
Do you mean this tool itself or the services or
Your services?
yeah, it's more like a software and combined services. So that I just mentioned, you can buy this whole subscription for $297
Mm-hmm.
for the whole year. This is my special offer that I'm doing currently for first 100 customers, and then I'm going to handhold or provide services for more like one-to-one service element. There is a different pricing plan for this. So then it cost 740 per month, but then I and my team work together with you to build your funnel from scratch.
How
So
much time do you need for building a funnel?
well, it depends on what kind of your target audience, but it can take 2 to 3 weeks just to put the funnel and all automation to it. But really bring it into organic content, and it can take 3 to 4 months to really generate, let's say, 30 to 40 leads organically with like pure customers, right?
Yeah.
Conversion. But
Okay.
organic, the content and SEO, it takes time initially because you need to really structure all your content. But it's a long-term strategy. It's not like quick win strategy. It's a long-term sustainable strategy. More content structure you add, more authority you build, more inbound traffic you get. And the difference between the inbound and the paid is inbound is already qualified because they are looking, searching a solution for their pain point, like on the Google, and they
Mhm.
come across your website, they start interacting your websites. They are more or less more qualified than just running a paid ad. So you can generate a lot of traffic via paid ad, but not necessarily that the same ROI you can get. But with content development, you can get more ROI.
Amazing.
Interesting.
Thank you so much. I'm very interested.
Sure. If you're running any business, I can help you with building the funnel. If you have some people who need this, I can help them. So please let me know. Please join my group. So all interesting things which are happening around content marketing, I'll be keep sharing on the group.
I'm already in it. I see
Great.
on the
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and of course you can organize another meeting, the two of you.
Yes.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Please do so. Sushil, how did you like it? Do you have a question?
I'm I'm um, I'm saying goodbye already.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you
Good.
so much, and let's speak.
Sure.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Uh, no, all pretty good. I think I'm a little bit more in the sync, so really a kind of interesting idea. So um, I'm also in the group, so pretty much in contact. So let's see how does go. That's it from my side. No questions.
I think for social, it will be interesting to participate in one of the IMN club meetings because Sushil has a lot of background with automations and CRMs. So maybe it's a good addition in our IMN club.
Oh yes, of course. I sent you all the information about the IMN in the future. I put you in our email list,
Okay.
and of course I really like to meet you one-on-one in a personal meeting.
Yeah.
I sent you an email, and then you can find a way to meet one-on-one in short time. Yeah,
Yeah. That would be great.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Really nice to meet you, Sushil.
Really nice to meet you, of course.
Great.
Yeah. So, and also, I'm not sure. I mean, when these physical meetings and in-person meeting happen.
Yes,
But
the personal meetings are always the second Monday of the month if there's no
okay.
pandemic.
Okay.
The second Monday of the month. So you can put up over 2021 in your calendar.
Yeah, that's like next year.
And of course, we try to organize a December meeting now, since
Yeah.
we learned today that it's maybe possible. Yeah, great. And I meet you very short in an online meeting. You'll meet together. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
great.
Thank you.
So that was really fruitful, because I really learned that I really like this, and he has a lot of business as well. And of course, I love it that we have recorded it, so everyone can watch it online afterwards. And I will release it as soon as possible for everyone who wants to see it. And Harish, how is the best way we connect to you? It's about via the Facebook group, I believe. That's the first
I think
thing.
that could be most easiest, but also I think people can find my contact or email address in the IMN website inside.
Right, right. I will share that email address
Yes.
as well. Thank you so
You can
much.
also later put a cuts out version of this recording in groups or website. Just people can also watch on demand basis, like on demand content is there.
Right. We have an IMN YouTube channel, and if Harish likes the recording, we will share it there as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can edit it on a relevant
Thank
one.
you. Have a nice evening.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank
Thanks,
you so
Jörg.
much. See you soon.
Yes, see you. Bye bye.
Bye.